Simple Sales and Persuasion Tactics for Building a High-Paying Consulting Business by Jennifer Zagarias, MBA. Now, let me give you a short introduction. I am known as the Dutch Master Consultant, most sought after in the online business community for setting consultants up for their own success, as well as for setting up businesses for optimization and profit. I'm famous as the consultant's consultant and for creating highly profitable business strategies that also skyrocket brand loyalty and goodwill without being obnoxious or salesy. So, what do? Well, I do two things. I help new consultants start their business quickly and profitably, and I help businesses increase revenue and growth. During this free workshop, you will learn the 7-step irresistible intrigue method for getting loads of hot leads into your new business, the collaborative close technique that turns complete strangers into your best clients. You'll also learn a low-tech way to get clients fast, even if you have no credentials and nobody's ever heard of you. Also, you'll know the 6 hidden strategies that automate customer getting, even for complete beginners, as well as discovering the 9 amazing benefits of consulting and learn why you absolutely must become a consultant now. Now, who is this workshop for? If you are now or have ever considered being a consultant, if you're willing to work hard at working on your skills, if you want to claim your piece of the billion-dollar industry, and if you want to grow your business by helping others. Who is this not for? Well, quite simply, this is not for any of the get-rich-quick crowd. And no do nothing and get paid a lot people. Consulting is very profitable, but you have to be willing to work hard, and you have to be willing to work hard at getting very good. Now, I have to say that my results are not typical. The income that I've managed to generate is because I've been working on doing this for a long time. You may have the same results, but you may not have the same results. It depends on how hard you are willing to work. Now, let's look at my story. Now, I started out in 2007 as a management consultant. I spent 15,000 euros on a consulting course, which really only taught me how to get through the sales of the first client meeting. And that was it. I excelled though. I came from a sales background, a sales and marketing background, so I excelled at getting new customers. In a network of 2,500 consultants worldwide, I outsold everyone and was quickly known as the rising star of the community. And I really thought I was going to make a fortune. I was wrong. The economy crashed and I was left with no clients and no options. The world around me wasn't interested in what I had to offer anymore, and I went broke. It was a very hard time. I spent 3 years trying to get back on track, and eventually succeeded. But only because I headed down a very new path and learned that I had to innovate and break out of my comfort zone. That meant changing my path completely and doing things in a very different way than I'd done before. I started reading every book I could get my hands on. I read all about internet marketing and e-commerce. I taught myself coding, website creation, e-strategy, SEO, video marketing, and online business strategies. I finally found my real passion, and it made me very successful. So if you take anything away from this workshop, I hope that it's this. If you're stuck in a situation that you need to change, find your passion and make a career out of it. Now let's look at some facts and figures about consulting. Consulting is huge. Last year, over 200,000 consultants in the US sold over $100 billion US dollars of advice. And consulting is predicted to grow by 83% by the year 2018. And that's according to Forbes magazine. Now, Consultancy UK, as a source, told us that the global management consulting market size is increasing as well. Because look at this. With a size of $92 billion, the EMEA, that's Europe, Middle East and Africa region, is the largest consulting region, followed by North America, which has an estimated worth of $89 billion. These are slightly old figures. Now, from a country perspective, the US is the largest by far, and UK and Germany are the second. But if you look at these growth rates, Latin America and Asia are showing the largest growth potential, whilst the North America is expected to grow the least, but still significantly. There was a poll done, and 87% of executives and CEOs and what have you of global companies said that they are planning to use significantly more outside experts. That means that nearly all people in power in businesses want to use more consultants over the next years. That means that you too have a wonderful opportunity to start honing your skills, become a consultant, and do consulting work for global companies as well. Now, I'm based in the Netherlands, which is this tiny little country. It's estimated that the consulting industry here is about 1% of the world market, and it's worth about $7 billion a year, which is not bad for a tiny little place. Making money with consulting. Now, how do consultants make money? How do they make high profits? Well, it's very simple, really. We have very low overheads and minimal costs. I work from home. I have an office at home. I don't have anyone working for me. That means I do everything myself. When I need it, I have a very large network of people I can hire, and I work a lot with other freelancers. So the overheads that I have are very simple. It's just me, my house, my car, my laptop, my mobile phone, and basically that's it. I can work from anywhere at any time as long as I have a Wi-Fi connection and my trusty old laptop, which does really go with me everywhere. And that makes consulting a very, very low cost startup as well. You don't need to buy lots of fancy equipment or machinery. All you need is your brain and your computer. But to be a consultant, you do have to be willing to work hard. When you have a deadline coming up, your client isn't going to take no for an answer if you haven't met your deadline. So you really do need to be able to focus on getting your targets hit at time. You have to have skills, and it doesn't matter what type of skills you have, because you need to become the consultant that you can be. If you're great at fashion designing, become a design consultant. If you have a business brain, then by all means do what I do, become a management consultant or a business growth consultant. If you know all about nutrition and food and weight loss, become a weight loss consultant. This program that I'm telling you about is generalized for all consultants, and you just have to tailor it to be specific to what it is that you can do. So, a consultant has to be willing to work hard, you have to have skills, and you have to be able to, or you have to want to help people and be able to interact with other people. I generally don't like talking to too many people. So what I do, in order for me not to have to go outside and go face to face or cold call other businesses, I like to do it all from behind my computer. So my computer is my safety zone, and it also means that I can reach a lot more clients than if I was to get into my car and drive around and try to get businesses to become my clients. So that is because I don't like interacting with people face to face very much. That's why you can work it around as well. If you're in a country that isn't doing very well financially, then you can get your clients globally. And I'm going to show you how. So, what makes you a great consultant is if you can get your client from point A to point B faster than if they were to do it themselves without your help. And you can affect change when you work with clients so that they are happier and they stay with you longer. So what we're saying here now is if you have the skills to help someone achieve their goals faster than if they were to do it by themselves, and you do it well, these clients will stay with you for other projects as well. Now there is many occupations worldwide, many countries as well, getting thumped by the economy. And this really is bad news. I am in a country, in the Netherlands, where recession is still a fact of the day. This is why consulting, however, is growing everywhere, worldwide. And you know what? Business services and management consulting are growing the fastest of any other type of consulting. Now, if you have a business right now, or you sell a how-to, a course, or information, you need to consider adding consulting to your business first. Plus, if you're thinking of creating courses or information products, you should consider consulting first. Why? Because it is the fastest way to help yourself financially. It's the fastest way to bring your information to the market. So why should you become a consultant? Well, here's 9 reasons. And these are just the ones that I can think of. I'm sure that there are a lot more. Let's look at number 1. You have recurring monthly income. Now, this means that, for example, my clients pay me monthly. So I don't have to constantly sell new stuff to maintain my revenue. I don't have to keep advertising. I can just do that every now and then, and I know when a contract or a term with my client is about to end. And I know that my clients will pay me at the end of every month, and it's ongoing. This way you know where your next paycheck is coming from, making number 2, predictable and stable high income, a very logical next step. You see, my practice generates about $50,000 US dollars per month, and I don't even have 20 clients. And number 3, it's fast. It took me about 90 days of semi-focused efforts to build my practice up to $50,000 a month. You have to set the targets that you want and then work backwards to be able to figure out how many clients you need and at what fee. And I'm going to go through this with you later on. Number 4, freedom. Now, my freedom is very important to me. You know, I showed you my dog Max, and he takes up a lot of my time. I do a lot of training with him, and I walk with him about 5 times a day, so I need to be able to have the freedom to do that. So my business hours are from 9 a.m. until noon, until 12 o'clock. That means Monday through Friday, I only work about 3 to 4 hours a day. So it really is a part-time business for me. And if I need time off, it really is no big deal. There's lots of flexibility. So if I want to go on vacation or I need to go to another show, it's not a problem because it's there. You just have one-on-one communication with your clients. Now, number 5, high profit due to low overhead and low fixed costs. Now, I went into this a little bit before. I don't have a real office. I have an office at home. I have a virtual assistant when I need one, and for the rest, I just have freelancers that I use. So there's no employees. There's no one depending on me. I rarely have to advertise, like I said, because clients stay with me for quite a long time. Generally, my clients stay with me between 3 and 12 months. Another great item on my 9 reasons why you should become a consultant too list is number 6. No product creation is needed. This really is a huge benefit because creating a product takes time. It takes a lot of research. It takes a lot of effort. I know because I wrote a course, How to Become a Consultant, a Successful Consultant, and it took me 2 years to write. So it really does take a lot of time. That's why consultancy is amazing. You don't need to take that time out. Number 7, quick market entry. This is another very important point. You don't have to create a reputation. You don't need to be well known. You don't have to spend a lot of time networking. And there is no need to spend months and months trying to create a complex launch or campaign. It's not necessary for consulting. Everything you will try to do, everything that, for example, internet marketers do, if you try to apply that consulting, it will fail. Now, number 8 is low stress, low tech. Now, this is great news for a lot of people who know how to use a computer to read their emails. You don't need to know everything. You really don't. Now, my marketing funnel is an opt-in page and a lead and a letter, a PDF letter. And I have one email in my follow-up sequence. Now, and occasionally I'll do a webinar. And I've only done 2 ever for my consulting offer. For the rest, all you need with a consulting business is you need to create a website. And there's so many done for you website options nowadays as well. And you need to know how to advertise, how to use a phone or Skype. And that pretty much is it for the stress level and the tech level. It's so simple, it really is. And number 9, at the end of the day, the reason why you should become a consultant too is because of happier clients. Now, because you are working with them directly and helping them personally, they get very fast results and will be very happy. This is important to me. This is hugely important to me. I never take on clients who I don't think I can help, which means that I always have success with my clients. And because you only need a small amount of clients, you can be super selective and you don't have to work with flakes again. And that means you can only work, if you want to, with the people that you like. I set up a strategy call with people before I take them on, which gives me an opportunity to look at their business first and talk to them first, so we can both decide whether we want to work with each other or not. So I only work with the people I like. So those were my 9 reasons why you too should become a consultant. And now let's take a look at what different type of consulting you can do. And I'm not even going to go into all the things like fashion design consulting or marketing strategy consultancy or business consulting. Let's talk about how your consulting practice can be focused. So first of all, we have a one-on-one consulting. That's where you talk to your client and you assist them directly. So they say, I have a marketing problem, for example, in my business. And you say, wonderful, I will make a marketing plan for you and together we will implement it. So that's one-on-one consulting. You're directly working with each other. Both of parties are putting in effort and work. Then we have done for you consulting. Now, done for you consulting is where the client would say, I have a marketing problem, and I, as the consultant, would say, I'll fix that. I will do everything for you. All you have to do is sit back and start counting money. I do all the work for him, meaning that I do it for you, meaning that it is done for you consulting. So there's also fee and royalty consulting is $2,500 per month. And on top of that, every 10% that you have an increase in revenue, I want 1% of that money. So every extra revenue that you generate, I want a percentage of. That's your royalties. And it's a very, very lucrative way of doing things. Okay, let's look at group coaching now. Group coaching is when there is a group of people with the same type of issue. Let's use the marketing example again. So there's a group of entrepreneurs who all want to increase their revenue because of dramatic changes in marketing. So what we do is we put them together on a call or in a room, and for an hour or 2 hours or 5 hours, however much time you want to spend on this, you put them together and you teach them as a group. Wonderful way of working. Now, my belief is that high-end consulting really is the best way to go. And high-end consulting just means that don't ever undercharge. Now let's look at the ladder of desire. So we have rung number 1, which is do it for me. Rung number 2, show me how. And rung number 3, just read the manual. And I know this doesn't mean anything yet, so let me explain them. Starting with rung number 3, the bottom of the ladder. So this is the read the manual or buy the manual. And everybody tries to sell this in the form of ebooks or courses or DVDs. So, for example, I say, well, my client has a problem with marketing. And I say, no problem, I have an ebook for you. Read it. It's hard to sell because it's not specific enough, it's not tailor-made enough to help someone with their complete problem. It's the lowest on desire, yet everybody is trying to sell this. Rung number 2, a little bit more desirable, actually a whole lot more desirable, is the show me how. Now, this is in my business what I do. For example, I advise my clients on how to build marketing sequences and design winning campaigns. I show them how to do that. They say, this is what I need, and I say, okay, well, let's look at it together, and I'll go over it with them, and I will show them how to do something. But it's not all I do, because rung number 1 is more desirable, and this is do it for you. Now, this is where the highest fees are commanded with the most revenue, and it is the easiest to sell. So, for example, in my business, my clients will show me what they've built. They'll show me their marketing campaign based on the advice that I gave them with rung number 2. So very often I will tweak their marketing copy or I'll change some design elements. So this is rung number 1 because I'm literally doing some of the work for them. There's also quite a few times when my client just doesn't have a clue on how to start with something. So I'll script them a video or I'll make a campaign for them. This is the most desirable form of consulting because I'm literally doing all of the work or some of the work for them. So let's recap. We've had a lot of information so far, and we now know that consulting is sellable because of where it sits on the ladder of desire. There is massive opportunity to become a consultant. It's very profitable because of low fixed expenses. You can enter the market quickly. You don't need a product, and it's very low tech. It's stable, it's recurring, so you know exactly how much money you will be making at the end of the month. And you don't need to do a lot of selling because you don't need so many clients. This really does make consulting look good, doesn't it? Great, let's keep going. So, what is consulting? Let's look at the definition of what it is. Consulting is when one person provides professional or expert advice to another. Now, that's according to Webster's dictionary. Now, there's also a lot of myths surrounding consulting. Myths are things that people think are true, but really aren't. So, number one is people believe that they're just a bunch of guys in suits, sitting in meetings all day and working with huge corporations. You know, there's a lot of consultants out there who do this. These are the management consultants, and I used to be one of them. And it is a lot of suits sitting around. But not all consulting is about this. There is so many different types of consulting. Then another myth is that you have to go to a special school to be a consultant. You have to have an MBA to be a consultant. You don't. You really don't. I got my MBA after I'd been a consultant for quite a few years already. And I only did it because I wanted to know more about the processes that I was teaching. You don't have to go to a special school. You just have to know more than your client does, and that's it. And there are all types of consultants. Now, for example, and these numbers are a little bit old, but probably still not very different. If you Google productivity consultant, you'll get close to 28 million results. Now that's a lot of results for a productivity consultant. I don't even know what it is. A sales consultant, 148 million. A dating consultant. I have a very good friend that all she does is she teaches guys not to be very desperate looking on their first date. And she's making a bundle. So there's a lot of different types of consultant. For example, a raw food consultant. That's also a very fast growing market. But the fastest is management consultant and growth consulting. So how come not everyone is doing it? Why is not everyone a consultant? Well, there's still a lot of people out there who are paralyzed by the credentials myth. They're still scared that they don't know enough. And another thing is that everything that you've learned about marketing doesn't work. It fails if you use it to get consulting clients. So let's look at this credentials myth for a little bit. Most people let self-doubt stand between them and the fortunes they deserve, the money you deserve, the future you deserve. They spend all their lives waiting on someone to anoint them as worthy, when the power is within them all along. Don't let someone tell you that you're not good enough to do it. If you think you can, you really can do it. And let's look at some of these people who didn't have credentials. None of these billionaires ever finished university. Bill Gates dropped out of Harvard. So did Steve Jobs, Mark Zuckerberg. These were some of the smartest people in the world who didn't finish school. The secret, there is a secret, and here it is. The secret to consulting is to know more than your client does. It's that simple. And the bottom line is you really can do this. Now let's set some goals. Record how much you'd like to earn in consulting revenue over the next year. So how much money do you want to make with consulting? Now, for example, I want to earn $250,000, $250,000 over the next 12 months with consulting. Now let's divide that by 12 to get your income goal, your monthly income goal. And that gives me $20,833. Great, we have a number to work with now. So if we were selling products for $100 online or in a shop, we would have to sell 2,500 products. That's a lot. And if we were doing this online and we converted only 1% of traffic, then we would need 250,000 clicks. And if you paid $1 per click, which is quite low, you'd make absolutely no money at all. Now let's compare that to consulting. How many clients do you need to generate $250,000 a year? Well, obviously, it depends on your pricing structure. I charge by the month, and I don't use a contract. Clients stay with me until they have what they need. There is an easy, no-pressure offer. Now, if you charge $9,750 per month, you'd exceed your goal with only 3 clients per month. If you charge $3,860 a month, you'd only need 6 clients to exceed your goals. If you charge $2,900, you'd need 8 clients. And if you charge $1,800 a month, you'd only need 12 clients per month to exceed your goals. So, a recent test I did. I ran an ad on Facebook, pay-per-click, and I got 4,000 plus clicks. Now, immediately that happened with no follow-up. And I only wanted 5 clients, which I took on. That one campaign brought me $200,000. Now, that's assuming that the clients will stay for a year. Now, choosing the right segment of your market is also very important. And here's an example. Now, according to the National Floral Marketing Institute, men under 35 spend $30 on flowers on Valentine's Day, while men between the ages of 45 and 60 spend 350% more. Now, there's no difference in the flowers. The 350% spike is created by simply targeting the right segment of the market. So know exactly who your target audience, your target client is. Think about it this way. Decide what segment of the market will benefit the most from working with you. Now note that the segment you get the most and fastest results for is likely to pay the most with the least resistance. Now, it's easier for me to get a 7-figure client to pay my fees than it is a newbie, even though my advice to them both would be the same. Now, who can you help the most? For example, my clients have big lists, lots of traffic, and sell awesome products with high margins. It doesn't take too much effort for me to make a lot more for them than they pay me. Why? Because they already have momentum. So set yourself up for success by only working with easy wins. Think about how you can help the fastest. Now, the key points so far: you probably won't need many clients to hit your income goals. Therefore, you can be very targeted and picky. Decide who will benefit the most and the fastest from working with you. This is your target market. And make life easy by only working with clients you can get quick results for. So let's look at how to get clients. This model is incredibly easy to maintain compared to traditional information marketing. Now remember, we don't need a lot of clients, and we don't have to make a lot of sales in order to be successful. If you do a good job, your clients will stay with you for a long time. So there's not so much need for marketing and selling. You don't need to constantly add people to your pipeline. But now, if you've ever done any internet marketing at all, you'll know that this is a very different process than what you're used to. You're probably used to normal internet marketing promotions like product launches, affiliate promotions, and the usual stuff. But almost everything you've seen is practically guaranteed not to work if you try it with consulting. Now, the significant model of of what they do. And they means the internet marketing crowd who try to sell you a course or try to sell you an ebook. They are awesome, they think. They need to create a hype around themselves. So it's all about, look at how awesome my stuff is. I am amazing, and look at what all these other people have to say about me. If you want to be great like me, give me some money. If you don't give me money immediately, the terrorists will win. Well, of course, that's nonsense. But this is how they present an offer to you. It's all about them, and it's really not nice because consultant clients don't want to be treated like this. It's the worst approach ever. It's cheap. It doesn't help your clients in any way at all. It's all about them, and they only care about them. And it doesn't instill any form of confidence that you know what you're talking about. So don't use this for consulting, please. It's absolutely guaranteed not to work. Now, there was a very smart man called Diego Rodriguez, and he said, the amount of money someone is willing to pay you will be in direct proportion to the amount of confidence they have in your ability to get them results. So let's look at the client-centric model. This is what we use for consulting. So with this model, we really don't talk about ourselves. We don't brag. We don't use the typical internet marketing model. Instead, we demonstrate we can actually help them by actually helping them. It's a very novel idea. This causes them to pursue us instead of the other way around. We're showing them that we're experts. So let's look at the mechanics. This is the process that we're going to use, and I'm going to explain to you. So we get traffic. We have an opt-in page where they leave behind their name and email address with a compelling offer. We use irresistible intrigue. Then the prospect qualifies himself or herself to you. A collaborative close occurs, and the client pays, and you start working together. Pays you. It's that simple. The sources that we use for traffic are Facebook pay-per-click, LinkedIn pay-per-click, or direct mail. Of course, there's other forms of traffic we can use as well. We've never had such an opportunity to get in front of our perfect audience so quickly and so easily. So how do we get leads? Well, this is the simplest marketing strategy ever. You simply find out the most logical question they'd be asking themselves, and then you offer the answer for free. This is compelling versus convincing. Convincing marketing is, let's say you're a small business SEO consultant and you want to get clients. The old way would be to create a report called the 7 questions you must ask any SEO company before you work with them. And then you market that report as a way to generate leads. You'd follow up with those leads and tell them you were fabulous. This screams salesman, and it doesn't get as good of a response because you're trying to convince them to pay attention instead of compelling them to ask you for help. The right way to do this is to simply give them the most obvious thing they're looking for and then continue to help them. Now, if someone is considering SEO for their company, what's the foremost question that's likely to be on their mind? Probably, I wonder how much I can make using SEO. So a compelling offer to generate leads would be to give away a report showing SEO results for 2016. Why is this better? Well, it's not cheap. It attracts people who are interested in the stuff you can help with. It actually helps them, and it sets you up for the next steps. Immediately after they opt in, we thank them, we tell them what to do, and we offer to collect the low-hanging fruit. But before you offer help, the last thing you ever want to do is talk to someone who doesn't know what you have to offer, doesn't know your price, and isn't a perfect candidate. And here's how to safeguard against that. You say, thank you for requesting this research report. You should see it in your inbox in a few minutes. Whilst you're here, would you like some ideas for getting the best results with SEO? This is the super risk reversal. The steps are: offer help for free, explain the benefits of help, explain why you're offering it for free, eliminate sales fear, create irresistibility and intrigue, takeaway, and qualify. Let's go through those steps. You offer help for free. So in this report, you'll notice that two nearly identical companies had dramatically different results with SEO. Would you like me to show you how the one that generated the most clients and increased their revenue with 200% booked those results? And how you can get the best results with SEO for your company? Explain the benefits of your help. I'm happy to help you design a custom marketing plan for your company, identify your perfect target market of prospective buyers, and show you how to present your business online for the maximum results possible. This way, you'll be able to sell your products quickly and get the highest price you can, without wasting time or money. There's no cost for this, and there's no obligation of any kind. Explain why you're doing this. I offer this service because I'm an SEO consultant and sell SEO to your market exclusively. And there's a good possibility I have a technique which will attract streams of clients, especially considering the recent demand for products like yours. So if you find value in the help I give you, you might want me to sell your products for you. We eliminate sales fear. With that said, please understand that I am not offering you a sales pitch in disguise. I promise not to pressure you or pester you in any way at all. In fact, if you feel I've wasted 1 second of your time, and then we go on to the irresistibility and intrigue. If you feel I've wasted 1 second of your time, let me know and I'll, for example, write you a check for $1,000. Or I'll do your SEO marketing for free for a month. Then we take away the non-selling. But before we go further, you need to know that I can't help everyone. I can only be of benefit to people whose businesses have a website, great products, a good reputation, and then we qualify. Here's what to do next. Schedule a planning session with me by simply clicking the link below. You'll see a form with a few questions about your business and what you're looking to accomplish. Once I have that information, I'll do some market research for you and set up a time to go over it together. What this process gives you is a targeted group of highly responsive prospects who know what you have to offer and are literally asking you to help them now. They would not be asking you to help them if they weren't interested in becoming your clients. Plus, they are essentially applying to talk to you by answering your questions. Now let's talk about converting your prospects into sales. My personal approach. Now my prospects go through the same irresistible intrigue process I showed you just now. I offer to tell them how to generate massive profits immediately and offer them $1,500. When they request an appointment to talk to me, they fill out a form with some questions. These questions are along the lines of: what is your website, what's your list size, last year's sales goals, your biggest challenge in hitting goals, etc. I only schedule appointments with them after I've read their answers and checked them out and determined that I can help them. And before I talk to them, I already have a general idea of how I'm going to advise them. Now remember, those people have asked you to call them. They're very hot leads who need and want your help. There's no cold calling, no surprises, and no funny business. You close your sales on the phone or in person by not selling. All you have to do is demonstrate you can help by actually offering to help them even more. Now my personal approach, phase 1, the collaborative bridge building. You find out where they want to be, you find out where they are now, and you ask questions to lead them towards the right steps they need to take. So where they are, to where they want to be. Now, the collaborative bridge building example, the questions and process. So, for example, Mr. Client, you're at 1 million now and you want to get to 2 million. How many customers are you getting per month right now? Do you think there's an opportunity to start selling more to your existing customer base? What do you think they'd like to buy the most? What do you think would happen if we offered that? The collaborative bridge building example. What does your current sales process look like? Do you think it would be more effective if we added some one-click upsells to your offer? What happens if someone doesn't buy right away? What do you think would happen if we ran a 4-day cash machine sale automatically to everyone who hasn't bought within the first 5 weeks of your funnel? My personal approach phase 2, the prescription. Now, based on what you've told me, it sounds like we should generate immediate cash by offering XYZ to buyers. It also sounds like we could generate immediate cash by running a 4-day cash machine promotion to your unconverted leads. And then going forward, you could deploy one-click upsells in your sales process immediately, and also add a 4-day cash machine to your follow-up sequence. Personal approach phase 3, pre-closing question number 1. Does this sound like an effective plan to you? Personal approach phase 4, the closing. Would you like me to help you implement it going forward? That's it. That's the close. 2 questions. How simple is that? Now, this is the very same method I outlined to you just now, and it's what I personally used to generate a client base that paid $50,000 per month in revenue. Now, consulting is incredibly lucrative, stress-free, fun, and a respectable service that's simple to add to your business or generate exclusively. If you'd like me to give you my complete blueprint and help you create your dream consulting practice, I'd be delighted to help you. I will personally lead you through 6 sessions of interactive classes where I work with you and show you exactly how to generate leads, turn them into clients, and ensure your clients get great results and are happy. Our mission is for you to gain paying clients before the class is even over. Here's what you're getting. The bottom line, you can do this. So what to focus on to make you even more money? Number 1, the right path. Number 2, a tried and tested business model for all experience levels. And number 3, no overwhelm so you can live your dream lifestyle. So are you ready to discover the fastest way to create your own consultancy business? Are you looking for a course that guides you step by step? A course that shows you exactly how to become a successful consultant quickly. The Boss Business Boost Consulting System covers everything you need to know to succeed. And I mean everything. You achieve the high levels of business success to live the life you want. Boss Business Boost individuals achieve the highest levels of business success. We teach you all the skills you need to start a consulting business, as well as how to hit the ground running quickly. We show you how to be successful, whether you're a beginner or just want more success in your practice. We give you all the tools and confidence you need to succeed. We give you down-to-earth, practical advice on what you really need to know to run a successful business. My name is Jennifer Segarius, and I'm a full-time business growth consultant and executive coach. Are you ready to be the best? I'll share all the strategies and techniques I use in my business. And here are the modules: Business Basics, Consulting Insights, Business Coaching, Marketing Yourself, Essence of Sales, Advanced Sales, Starting Out Online, Small Business SEO, Types of Internet Marketing, and Social Media. Want more? Bonuses! Now here are all the resources that I'm going to share with you, and that's all that you need to get started. So the resources: a one-page business plan, a one-page marketing plan, a marketing plan template, marketing tracking spreadsheets, new client script, client success story script, client meeting script for internet marketing, lead generation report, copywriting questionnaire, quick solutions, organizational troubleshooting, business evaluations, opportunity analysis, product service funnel price guide, SEO video review, website creation strategy, how to use the internet template ebook, internet marketing guidebook, discovery diagnostic appointments, business wheel, personal wheel, and documentation, application form, business contract, client project, satisfaction survey, confidentiality agreement, invoice templates, profit and loss statement, project proposal, refusal form, standing order, status report, weekly, monthly report, management consulting training, management best practices, communications for managers, mailing lists, internet marketing terms, glossary, management training courses, offline gold, outsources, providers, and body language. That's a lot of resources. Now let's look at the toolkit. Let's get you started even faster. Comprehensive social media monitoring tools, quantitative and qualitative. Consulting fees formula, content creation and integration tools, free marketing tools I couldn't have lived without, how to calculate your average customer value, miscellaneous tools, observing organizations, qualitative social media monitoring tools, sentiment monitoring, quantitative social media monitoring tools, tracking and analysis, tools to generate leads with social media, tools to help you manage Facebook, tools to help you manage multiple social media channels, tools to help you manage your Twitter account, tools to help you manage your websites and blogs, and tools to help you reverse append email addresses. The consulting fee formula, this gives you a great starting point for setting appropriate fees and prices. Now you also get many templates, worksheets and samples to help you streamline your consulting business at record speed. You get productivity tips so you can master productivity skills for the workplace. You also get marketing tips used by consultants to generate revenue. You get ebooks, 6 traits of a successful independent consultant. You get internet marketing. You get sales closes and the 7 keys to a successful consulting career. And the super bonus is elite coaching. Now this is for a limited time only, and these are 6 interactive strategy sessions with me. Now, other products sell for $20,000, but don't have all the details in the modules or the resources and toolkit, or even a getting started quick guide. So this really is amazing stuff. So you get access to all the modules, toolkit, resources, my elite coaching session, and an opportunity to pick my brain. All this at no risk. You can dig into the Boss Business Boost course for 30 days at no risk. If you don't see the value, you get your money back. All this for just $997. So you get this amazing 30-day money back guarantee. If you cancel within 30 days or you're not completely satisfied, we'll give you all of your money back, no questions asked. So this really is 100% risk-free. So order the Boss Business Boost course now and start enjoying the life you deserve as a successful consultant. So enroll now at bossbusinessboost.com/webinar-special. Now normally the price is $997, but thank you for your time, and a special bonus for you is that for 4 days only after this webinar, I'm going to give you a $100 US dollar discount. So the price is now $897 US. And you can also apply to talk to me in a discovery session so I can help you decide if consulting is right for you. You do that on the same page, bossbusinessboost.com/webinar-special. So what is the reason to order now? Well, quite simply, within 4 days, the price will go back up to $997 from $897. So enroll now at bossbusinessboost.com/webinar-special. So you get access to all the modules, the toolkit, the resources, the bonuses, the interactive coaching, and an opportunity to pick my brain, all with a 30-day no-hassles refund guarantee. You too can be a successful consultant. So why order now? Because this offer expires completely within 4 days. So hurry and enroll now at bossbusinessboost.com/webinar-special. Thank you so much for your time. I really look forward to seeing you on the course. To your success. Bye-bye.